guys, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to bring you a few readings for the week. I don't have my microphone at the moment. It's gone walkabout. Always having trouble with my microphones. But I think I'm close enough to the phone that I may be able to get away without the microphone today. Anyway, we're outside and it's a beautiful day. Which is a very rare thing here in good old southwest Victoria. But it is beautiful, so we might just have a look and do a few readings and see what's going on in the world. There seem to be this lots of very deep contemplative energies going on. There seems to be like a very sweet energy, kind of like gentle energy. The birds are singing, it's beautiful. But what it's actually doing with these deep moon energies and these mercurial energies in the Mercury retrograde period that we're in at the moment, it's actually requiring us to go within and to do some very deep healing. You know, it's and it usually is triggered by outer responses or outer environmental factors, but it can really trigger us into doing some very deep healing work that is quite often needed at this time. And it's a great time to do it during these Mercury retrograde periods, because you may see a repeating pattern that you've not really noticed before is a concern, and which, you know, may be keeping us back or keeping you back. And so moving forward, you know, before you can actually do that, you have to purge and release and usually do some healing work, some inquiry work as to what it is that needs to be cleared at this time. And usually it is triggered by some sort of response or outer event. We do have, so there's a creative way too, and it's asking us to look within and to find a creative way of clearing these old energies and these old stagnant energies that need to be kind of removed, healed and purged. And so Five of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, which is about building your physical worth and sometimes your physical finances. But we also have the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is bringing forward a beautiful golden cup and this beautiful chalice of emotion. And there is this Ten of Cups, which is the best card in the deck, and there is a lot of love and happy families. But you know, there is also this Five of Swords, which can mean conflict or even getting over a conflict. Just be aware that any conflict in your outer world is usually the conflict which is going on within that needs to be somehow met with and treated with compassion as you begin to purge and release and heal. Oh, we've got more here. Whoop, yeah, so, and this will lead to so we have the World here. So this is literally the beginning and end all of a cycle. And right now, with these mercurial energies sort of like taking us back into old past hurts or triggers that, you know, like triggering these past hurts or events in your life, will lead, once you actually go through the resolution process within, will lead you to a Nine of Cups, which is emotional maturity on an independent level and on an individual level. Whoops-a-daisy. And you know, of course, for some this may not, you know, and look, at the moment there's so much going on the earth plane, but as without, you know, it comes from within our own conflicts that's going on with that. You know, anything that we see in our outer world, or anything that we experience in our outer world, is literally a projection of what is going on within. And you know, quite often these conflicts that arise for us, and it can be triggered by anything, usually an outer event. As I've said before, these conflicts can lead to a resolution and a more compassionate way of being within the self, which then projects out into the outer world. So we are being called on with these new earth energies, which often mean new beginnings as well. But of course we do have these Mercury in retrograde, which is also bringing up the older energies, or the older, you know, repeating patterns that need to be resolved on some level, and then purged and released and healed, so that we can move forward in these new beginnings into these new earth energies and into the new moon energies as well. So lots of contemplative energies around. And being kind to yourself. Like, at the moment it is really difficult for a lot of people, and even though we do have these lovely contemplative gentle energies that are kind of surrounding us at the moment, I think at this point in time it's needed as we go within and heal any remaining wounds that may come up for us. Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Yes, so we are coming to the end of a cycle, but we must also be very, very careful. There are these deceptive energies that can take place on an outer level, but just remember, anything that is that looks deceptive on an outer level is usually the deception that we are actually hiding from ourselves. You know, quite often we can delude and deceive ourselves in our everyday life, so, and in our interactions with others, you know, and also to the ones that are sometimes, you know, that we perceive are causing any sort of conflict that triggers us into healing. We also have the Five of Wands, which again is about conflict, but it can literally mean a conflict within. As I've said, often means a conflict within, because we have two fives. We have the Five of Wands and we have the Five of Swords, and both are about conflict, but evenly matched. And evenly matched. If you look at both of them, they're like, no one is really beating the other. And literally when you are in conflict with others, you are really in conflict with that part of yourself that has not been allowed expression in some way. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This will lead, whatever conflict is going on in our outer life and in our inner life, will lead to a Ten of Pentacles, which is like, you had the World card before, so it's kind of coming to a cycle. A cycle is coming to an end, and the Ten of Pentacles leads us into a more happier state of being, a more stable state, and more financially abundant state as well. Yeah, so that's really interesting that we're all going through at the moment. So it's a good time to look at our options to see exactly what needs to occur for us to move forward into these Ten of Cups energies, which is literally reciprocity and happy families and lots of love. And the Two of Cups, and the Empress. So that's beautiful love between two people. I would also say the Empress too, which is Taurian energy. The Empress is a feminine, is the feminine. She represents all the four queens of the tarot, and she is She is gentle, she's nurturing, she's kind, very loving, very giving, and she you know, loves to receive and allows for the abundance of life, everything that life can give to her. And she's finding that with another in the Two of Cups. So whatever conflict is actually going on, either without or within our own structures, or even in the world that we live in. Oh, I'm also seeing the mirrored effect. Look at that. If you look at that, it's like the mirror of that, you know, the sun, the central sun, but it's literally like a mirror. So everything, as I've said before, that goes on within, on an outer level, is just a reflection of what is going on within. So that's the big message that I'm getting for the week. Whatever is going on an outer level usually represents what is going on within. We're going through an ending of cycles as we come up to the new moon, but of course we still have Mercury in retrograde, which is going to allow us to resolve any conflicts that may come up from past hurts or past wounding, to do the work, to go within, to contemplate that and to heal and to purge out any old remaining issues that need to be purged. And then also in that conflict and in that contemplative energy, you've also got the Ten of Wands, and the World card, which is about endings. So, and then, you know, moving into new beginnings with the new moon energies. So it literally is about endings, new beginnings, but first releasing, purging any old remaining issues that need to be dealt with and healed. And the big one is everything in your outer life is a mirror of what's going on within. And everybody that triggers you is literally an outer aspect of yourself, which needs to then be resolved, have compassion for, and healed. Okay, so I hope that all makes some sort of sense, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.